Schellmeyer drew 5 walks yesterday and then had a single, so got on base 6 times, 5 of them via the base on balls.
And Schellmeyer is a very prototypical one-hole hitter for this Northwestern squad. Hits for great average, not a ton of pop, only 1 home run on the year, but leads the team in stolen bases and walks more than she strikes out as well. All great traits you look for in a hitter at the top of the order.
Absolutely. Schellmeyer now down 1-2 to Durkowski. Durkowski trying to regroup a little from her less than standard outing for herself yesterday. As that pitch just a little inside, evens up the count at 2.
And Durkowski gave up those 2 home runs, but she wasn't bad, I would say. I mean, Durkowski pitched well, obviously gave up the 2 home runs, but was able to keep Michigan in the game.
Off-speed pitch gets Schellmeyer looking, and Durkowski starts this one off strong with a strikeout.
And that's what you get with Durkowski. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about the home runs she gave up yesterday, but on the flip side of that, you have absolute dominance at times. Great stuff from Durkowski. Gets a lot of swings and misses.
But now we have Maeve Nelson stepping into the box. Nelson went 1 for 4 in yesterday's marathon game. She takes the first pitch for a strike. With Durkowski already looking a little more confident than she did with her pitches yesterday.
Maeve Nelson, 30 strikeouts to only 20 walks. So this is someone Durkowski is going to look to attack, especially up 0-2 now.
Durkowski back in the circle quickly. Maeve Nelson asking for a little bit more time. Now the windup. Tried to get her to chase on the high cheese, but Nelson lays off.
That's good discipline at the plate there from Nelson. Durkowski probably wishes she located that a little bit better. Make Nelson defend the plate.
Durkowski, the 1-2, and the off-speed gets her swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lauren Durkowski.
And 18's feeling it right now for Michigan. 2 strikeouts and 2 batters. Like I keep saying, when Durkowski's on, she's one of the best pitchers in the Big Ten. Has great stuff, mixes in the off-speed well.
First pitch to Jordan Rudd, the recent women's professional fast pitch draft pick. Went 24th overall in that draft Monday night. But Rudd worrying about this game right here. She went 1 for 6 yesterday with an RBI. That was actually a big RBI as it came late in extra innings.
That RBI pushed Northwestern over the top there. In the top of the 11th. Single into center field, got the job done.
Yeah, before that at-bat, Rudd was 0 for 5, struggling a little bit at the plate. But again, as many as it takes, a lot of coaches say, as Durkowski delivers another beautiful off-speed pitch to get in the strike category. Now 2-1 to Rudd. As we see Rudd's season stats, a lot of power. The RBI leader for this Northwestern team, 6 home runs on the year. So always a very dangerous hitter. That pitch low. 3-1 now.
I talked about Schellmeyer, prototypical one-hole hitter. Jordan Rudd, a lot of traits you look for in that 3 spot. Has excellent power, hits for a solid average. Really does a great job of driving in runs for this Wildcat team.
Yeah, extra base machine, 6 home runs to go along with 8 doubles and a triple on the year. As that pitch just a little bit inside, fans groaning and moaning, but Rudd will take her base. And we have the first base runner of the day.
And as expected, it's a packed house here at the newly named Carroll Hutchins Stadium. There's a sign along the back wall there that says, "Welcome to the Hutch." This is going to be a great atmosphere.
As that slice down the line, Hannah Cady now stepping in, the junior third baseman for the Wildcats. As we see Cady's season stats. Been a solid presence in the cleanup spot. She went 1 for 5 yesterday with a double.
And there's not a lot of holes in this Northwestern lineup. I mean, you look up and down, a lot of players that hit for great average.
Cady gets hit by a pitch, and now all of a sudden we have first and second, 2 outs after Durkowski struck out the first 2 Wildcat batters. As we take a look at that. Yep, just a little too inside, got Cady right in the abdominal area. She shakes it off, takes her base. Another off-speed pitch from Durkowski. That's been one of her most effective pitches this early on.
Yeah, that was a great pitch there from Durkowski. Forces Cochran to lay off there. And talking about the depth of this lineup, Cochran batting .345 on the season in the 5 spot.
As that grounder is fielded by McVeigh, she flips to second for the third and final out of the inning. Yeah, as you mentioned, 4 years at DePaul University in Division III, but now bringing her talents to Evanston, and has been a tremendous pickup for the Wildcats. As we take a look at Ellie Sealer, who will be leading it off for the Wolverines, the sophomore left fielder. Went 1 for 5 yesterday. We'll look to start off the Wolverine offense here.
And Sealer's been a real bright spot for this Michigan team this year. Started off the season toward the bottom of the order, which is where she played mostly last season, a defensive superstar in left field, and has really worked her way up to the top of the order for Bonnie Thole through some excellent play at the plate this season.
Sealer fouls off that pitch, now down 1-2. 709 career strikeouts, also the second most in program history. As her pitch is popped up, foul territory. Over to grab it is Cady, and she'll retire. Blair drives this one to left center, but over to grab it is Shellmeyer. Great jump on that one, and catches it in stride to retire Blair.
And that was a really well-struck ball by Lexi Blair. But like you said, an even better jump by Skylar Shellmeyer to get over there and kind of effortlessly haul that one in. Like you said, caught it in stride.
Yeah, we saw Shellmeyer make a few plays like that yesterday, making it look easy. As now we have Ellie Mattia, who shows bunt on the first pitch. Mattia struggled yesterday, couldn't record a hit, went 0 for 4. As she looks at that one, evens up the count at 1-1. Henry working quick in this first inning.
And Mattia continuing Michigan, bringing in transfers from the ACC back-to-back seasons. Christina Burkhardt last year came in from North Carolina, former All-ACC talent, and was a big bolster at the plate for that Michigan lineup. And Mattia's come in, former All-ACC talent, and look to do the same.
Yeah, this is Mattia's 41st start. Has started every game for the Wolverines this year. One of 2 players to do that, along with Kiki Thole, who is on deck currently.
And Mattia's consistency and discipline at the plate that she brings has been really integral for this Michigan team this year.
Mattia working into the later stages of the at-bat right here. Now 2-2. 2 outs. Tammy Henry in the circle. Wind up. Off speed, just a little low. Mattia able to lay off. Brings up a full count.
And if Mattia can get on base here, Kiki Thole is always liable for an extra base hit with Mattia's speed.
Another foul ball from Mattia.
Softball, baseball action.
It has indeed. Our crew was debating whether there was going to be a rain delay or not as Mattia grounds this one to second base. Quick toss there from Nito, and that will retire the side. See what happens today. As Durkowski in the circle. Off-speed pitch low for ball one.
And Lauren Durkowski has been flat out fantastic down the stretch for Michigan this year. I mean, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, the last weekend series, Michigan had at Purdue 2 no-hitters. Hadn't notched a no-hitter in her career yet at the collegiate level. Then spins 2.
As this is driven deep right at the wall and gets the catch. Wow, that was in the air for a long time. A drive by Angela Zidak, who hit a home run yesterday to a similar spot, but that time Sealer able to get under it and retires Zidak for the first out in the top of the second.
And Sealer so solid in left field, just camped out under that one, and it looked like it was gonna be short. From our angle, we couldn't see where it was gonna land, but Sealer looked pretty confident that she was gonna be able to haul that one in. And she did with ease.
As now we see Kansas Robinson, along with Zidak, hit a home run yesterday.
And Durkowski, that's kind of the other side of that coin. We saw those 2 strikeouts early and the dominance, but on occasion, hitters will be able to have some hard hit balls. Just like that there.
Yeah, able to fight that off. Evens up the count at 1-1. Kansas Robinson put a drive into a baseball, hit it opposite field for a home run in the top of the 4th yesterday. That gave Northwestern a 2-0 lead. Soon to be equalized in the bottom of the 5th by Kiki Thole as this off-speed pitch gets the foul tip and strike. So that's 1-2 to Kansas Robinson. Now Durkowski continuing to work in the circle for the Wolverines.
And Bonnie Thole needs a good 5, 6, maybe even a complete 7 innings of work out of Durkowski today if Michigan.
Off-speed pitch gets Robinson looking, and Durkowski gets her.
She knew it too.
Absolutely, another off-speed pitch for strike 1. Charles Blackwell behind the plate.
As soon as she saw that go over the plate, she gave a little fist pump knowing that the strike call was coming from Blackwell.
So Kelsey Nader stepping in for her first at-bat of the day. More off-speed deliveries from Durkowski. Blackwell doesn't bite on that. Blackwell moving from first to home plate. Barfus, home plate umpire yesterday, moving to third base, and Kaylee Young moving from third to first is your umpiring crew for today. Bunt attempt here, rolls foul.
And Thole, it would have been a tough play, but had a chance to lay out and haul that one in. Would have been a spectacular grab, but that kind of popped up and hung in the air for a second.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. This Michigan defense has been a strong suit for this team. Bonnie Thole talked about it last weekend when Durkowski got those 2 no-hitters. The defense was a big part of it. As this off-speed pitch gets Nader swinging, and Durkowski retires the side. 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors. Michigan looking to take the lead in the bottom of the 2nd. Back inside Alumni Field at Carroll Hutchins Stadium, bottom of the 2nd here. Kiki Thole stepping into bat for the Wolverines. Kiki Thole, a big reason why Michigan stayed in the game as long as they did yesterday.
And Kiki Thole at the start of the year,
as this is driven deep into right field at the wall, and it's gone! Kiki Thole with a solo home run. Oppo Taco, she comes around, puts Michigan in the lead. Another drive here into right field, but this time Nader fields that comfortably coming in. That was Livingston putting a charge into that one. Indiana Langford squaring around. Doesn't make any contact there. 0-1 the count.
And Indiana Langford, the freshman, has elite speed. Some of the best in the conference.
Yeah, has a track and field background from high school. As this pitch, tailing away from her, swings and misses. 0-2. Langford got the start yesterday, went 0-4, so looking to get her first hit of the series. Definitely a contact hitter.
Langford, a terror once she gets on base.
She drives this one, but a nice fielding play by the third baseman, Katie. Quick glove, quick throw, gets the speedy Langford in plenty of time. As now Lexi Voss stepping in for her first at-bat of the series, drives this one deep into center, but a comfortable catch. One pitch, one out, but top of the third. As we see Durkowski back in the circle here, working well so far.
I'd say so. 4 strikeouts through 2 innings of work. I'd say that counts as pretty good. No runs allowed. This is prime Lauren Durkowski. When she's getting swings and misses, her stuff's working. She can be really, really, really tough to hit.
Yeah, down 2-0 to Grace Nito. Nito started yesterday, went 0 for 3. Got on base a couple of times. As Nito takes this one for a strike. 2-1 now, the count.
And it's funny because Durkowski and LeBeau operate really differently, it feels like. Durkowski really thrives on a lot of swings and misses and strikeouts. LeBeau gives up more contact, but is a lot of soft contact ground balls that is easier for this Michigan infield to clean up.
Yeah, we saw a lot of pop outs to the infield from LeBeau yesterday, getting the Northwestern batters. As 2-2 delivery here. Chop to the shortstop. McVeigh fields it coming in, and the throw in stride over to Livingston at first. Retires Nito. Back to the top of the order for the Wildcats.
And Ella McVeigh is turning into a defensive superstar at shortstop for Michigan. So fast, very rangy, able to make really quick plays from that shortstop position, and only a sophomore. So Bonnie Thole and the Michigan faithful have to be thrilled with their shortstop for the next couple of years.
So now Skylar Schellmeyer getting her second at-bat of the day. Struck out to start the game. Durkowski getting her looking on an off-speed pitch. But yeah, McVeigh got eaten up a little bit by a ground ball in the top of the 11th yesterday. As the appeal to the third base ump is called no swing, so count evened up at 1-1. But yeah, tough two-hopper. McVeigh either had the choice to charge it, sit back, but it was hit very hard, very difficult play. So she was given an error for that, but a very rare sight as now a dribbler to Durkowski flips it over to first for 2 outs.
And this Michigan infield, and McVeigh in particular, plays with such energy. I mean, you can see she's always bouncing around and smiling when she's playing. Really keeping the energy up for this Michigan squad, especially in the field.
Durkowski lost the control a bit there as Maeve Nelson steps into the box. Was the second strikeout victim for Durkowski.
Turning this Northwestern softball program into a Big Ten and national powerhouse.
Durkowski's delivery in there for a strike. 1-1 the count to Nelson, one of the many grad students from Northwestern that have stuck around for their 5th years.
Using that extra COVID year.
This pitch just a little too inside. Durkowski wanted that pitch. Yeah, this 5th-year class of Cochran, Nelson, Rudd, Shellmeyer, and Williams, they've combined for a record of 161 and 64, along with an 82 and 22 Big Ten record. So sparkling careers for that group of 5th-year seniors.
Sparkling. I like that. There's a reason this guy's on play-by-play.
2-1 pitch. Durkowski a little too high there. Hitters count here for Nelson. But including those 5 grad students, you have the 6th grad student, Cammie Henry, on the mound, as this off-speed pitch delivered beautifully brings the count to full 3-2. 12 seniors in total, 6 of them grad students, combining for 1,299 starts entering the weekend, 1,052 hits in their careers at Northwestern. Just a lot of experience.
That is a lot of experience, and it shows. There's a reason that they're 14-1 in Big Ten play.
Durkowski, the payoff pitch, off-speed pitch, gets it grounded to McVeigh. McVeigh deals it low, but handled there by Livingston. A 1-2-3 inning for Durkowski. Puts up her 3rd scoreless frame of the day. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Michigan maintaining a 1-0 lead on Big Ten Plus. First at bat of the day. Takes this one high for ball 1.
And clarifying for the trivia, not just wins in Big Ten play, but wins when coaching a Big Ten team. So if they coached for multiple teams and only one was a Big Ten team, only the wins with that Big Ten team would count.
Good clarifying. That's the fine print for you.
Exactly.
As LeClaire takes this for ball 2, now up in the count 2-0. LeClaire went 1 for 4 yesterday, had a huge double in the late innings as she dribbles this one. Unable to field it was Cammie Henry, and LeClaire will get on to start the inning. We'll see what they rule that. So possibly the home field advantage, the scorekeepers wanting to give their home team the hit as this squared around from Ella McVeigh. McVeigh with a lot of speed, so is certainly a threat to beat out a bunt if she executes it properly.
Yeah, the bottom of the order here for Michigan, LeClaire and McVeigh, both a ton of speed.
Yeah, you talk about that double leadoff a lot of the time with putting a great contact hitter in the 9-hole, but Michigan might have the triple leadoff. McVeigh squares this around, trying to go to second, and unable to get McVeigh at first after a little bit of indecision from the 3rd baseman, Hannah Cady. Although it was not called out, as another bunt is squared around here. And this time, the out is taken at first base. That's the pitcher, Cammie Henry, dealing with that one. But a great bunt there, gets 2 runners into scoring position with just 1 out. And Lexi Blair coming up to bat. Big power hitter, but other than that, you don't have much power in this lineup, so relying on the small ball to get those runners over, and Lexi Blair trying to finish it off here. Flew out to center back in the 1st inning.
And Blair and Livingston are probably the 2 other ones that are a little bit of both, that offer you some good power but also some athleticism as well.
Pitch to Blair. She drives this through the hole into right field. 1 run will come in. That's McVeigh, that's held up at 3rd. But LeClaire scoring on the single from Blair, and Michigan doubles their lead 2-0. Yeah, still just 1 out. You have your 3 and 4 hitters coming up after this, so trusting your lineup to get another run in from 3rd, as now Ellie Mattia stepping in. She squares around. Blair goes to 2nd, and Northwestern will cut that off short, allow Blair to get her 3rd stolen base of the series, had 2 yesterday. So being a force on the base pass, that brings her up to 14 on the season, 14 steals for Lexi Blair.
And that's a perfect 14 for 14. Hasn't got caught stealing this season.
Yeah, beautiful play there as Mattia now getting the pitch. Called a strike. Now 1-1 count.
And Michigan's right back where they were now with the stolen base. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. Got to capitalize here.
The infield playing in, trying to get that out at home if they are able to. Mattia takes this one low. Count now 2-1. And Cammie Henry will sure want to attack Mattia here when you have Kiki Thole, who just hit a dinger earlier on deck.
That one just snuck over the wall out there and right, about 205.
Mattia fouls that back. 2-2 the count.
But Mattia with the discipline. She's going to hang in and fight here. A veteran bat in this Michigan lineup. And a Michigan lineup with a lot of left-handed hitters.
Now the pitch here from Henry. Mattia drills this one. It's fair down the left field line. 1 run comes in. Again, Blair held up at third. But McVeigh comes around to score. And the line is moving for the Wolverines. As now Kiki Thole, runners on first and third. 1 out. Takes that first pitch inside for ball 1. This is really a turning point here as Michigan could really open this game up. They're able to scratch a few more runs across this inning. Pitch here. Kiki Thole drives this deep. Center field. Back goes Schellmeyer. And it's gone. Boom, ba-dang, dang, diggity. Kiki Thole, 3-run homer. Michigan up 6-0 on the Wildcats.
Kiki Thole, second of the day. And that first one barely snuck over the wall and right. There was no doubt about that one. Straight away center, probably about 250. A no-doubter from Kiki Thole, and it's been all Wolverines early. Wolverines now with Northwestern on their heels.
It'll be interesting to see how long Cammie Henry can stay in this game. As we mentioned, both the other aces for Northwestern pitching yesterday. Danielle Williams starting that game and Lauren Boyd finishing it off. Cammie Henry coming in fresh, but now getting a little bit pummeled by this Michigan lineup. As now 6 runs on 6 hits so far today. Livingston stepping in, trying to get her first hit of the day.
And how about Kiki Thole? 2 for 2 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Having herself a day.
Yeah, adding to her lead, team lead in home runs and RBIs, far and away the leader in those 2 categories for the Wolverines.
Yeah, up to 9 home runs on the season.
As Livingston drives this into right field for her first hit of the day, and the line continues to move for the Wolverines. Still just 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitching change here as Sydney Supley comes in to pitch for the Wildcats, appearing in her 12th game of the year. She will have to deal with Indiana Langford, who grounded out in the 2nd.
Not just Langford, but a red hot.
Langford drills this deep into right field, and that one is gone. Langford showing the power, gets her first home run of the year, and it's a 2-run bomb. The Wolverines continue their onslaught in this 3rd inning, 8-0 Wolverines.
And you could see how happy that Michigan dugout was for Indiana Langford. They're all running around going crazy. Langford with her first career home run. Typically, sometimes a slap hitter, bunts a lot for this Michigan team. Supley comes in, and she takes advantage, continuing the red-hot bats for Michigan. first career home run for Indiana Langford, and it was a bomb.
Yeah, it wasn't even close to a wall scraper. Probably hit the equivalent of 10 rows up there in the right field stands. And Langford, the freshman, getting herself in the stat sheet in a big way, as now Lexi Voss, the senior, stepping up.
And Northwestern's got to find some outs here. You've got to find a way to calm these Michigan bats down.
Yeah, so Supley coming in today with a 5.31 ERA in 27 2/3 innings of work. But that will already jump here as one of those runs will be credited to her, the Langford run. As this pitch low and outside, 1-2.
And Michigan here,
this one up the middle. Tough play here from the second baseman and beat out there. Voss with a single, and Michigan continues to move the line. 1 out, still just in the third inning. As she drives this one deep into right, down the line, it's fair. It jumps over the wall. Looks like that will be a ground rule double for LeClaire, as Ramey is just running home. The umpires haven't ruled anything yet. The Michigan runner's still running, but I believe that did jump over the wall, hit the gray fence above the yellow line, so should be ruled a ground rule double.
Yeah, it will be. In game one of the weekend series, but the Michigan bats really turning up.
So now LeClaire halfway to the inning cycle, as she got a single to lead off the inning and now a double. And now McVeigh steps in. She also got a single on a bunt in this inning earlier. The 1 out, of course, was Sealer. As now another single here. That's McVeigh driving it up the middle and scoring a run. Ramey coming in to score for the Wolverines. 8th run of the inning, 9th of the game, still just 1 out. As we have Ellie Sealer stepping in for the Wolverines.
Sealer the lone out, but it was a sacrifice bunt. It was an intentional out.
And there Sealer now accounting for both outs of the inning for the Wolverines. Not something that is very common.
But again, that first out was an intentional out.
Yes.
That was drawn up. She got the signal to lay down the sacrifice bunt there.
So now Lexi Blair, who singled earlier, driving in LeClaire, as Blair drives this one just a little too far out ahead of that. And
but another well-struck softball.
Are already with an RBI single and a stolen base for Blair, both coming in this inning, which has lasted for quite some time. Now the pitch, called a strike on the outside corner, 0-2 now. As since coming in to the game, Supley has only recorded a single out. As that pitch outside.
And Michigan still threatening here with runners on the corners. LeClaire with plenty of speed on third. Obviously with 2 outs, it's going to be, you don't have the sacrifice opportunity, but anything out of the infield scoring here.
Now Blair pokes this one into left field for another single and another RBI. Michigan now into double digits. 9 runs in the inning, 10-0 the game score. Blair with her second RBI single of the inning.
They just can't miss the softball.
Now Ellie Mattia stepping in. For her second at-bat of the inning. She singled down the left field line to score McVeigh. And now this pitch low for ball one. And it's not like they're doing it off of only Northwestern's fourth pitcher. They started this inning off of Cammie Henry, who is certainly one of their stronger pitchers.
And we talked about at the top of the broadcast that we thought Northwestern's pitching depth would maybe give them an advantage in this game. It's been quite the opposite. It's been Durkowski dominant for Michigan. And for Northwestern, it's been their third and fourth pitchers coming in and really struggling. And it's not like there's been a number of errors in the inning for the Wildcats. This has been just excellent hitting from Michigan. Really, really unexpected to see this happen and no errors in the inning.
Yeah, it's just been hits on hits on hits for the Wolverines. As this pitch too high and Mattia draws the walk to load up the bases for guess who?
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah.
It's Kiki Thole, folks. 2 home runs today, and well, this one would be special.
If she sends another one out, this place is going to explode. And she nods down at Bonnie Thole.
As umpire rules time here. And we will all reset. You know Kiki Thole has one thought in her mind here.
Oh, it has to be. It's the only thought on everyone that is in Carroll Hutchins Stadium's mind right now. Is it going to be going to right or center?
Supley. Now the windup. 1-0 count. Gets the strike on the outside part of the plate. Thole, with a smile on her face, resets here. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. And she lays off of that. Low of the plate. Nowhere to put her as we have the bases loaded. So Supley will need to attack Thole in one way or another.
2 for 2, 4 RBIs already for Kiki Thole.
She drives this one up and out of play, but certainly had some bad intentions with that swing.
And this is what college softball is all about right here. All what Big Ten softball is all about. A packed house here in Ann Arbor. 2 of the best teams in the conference going at it. Celebrating one of the legends of the game.
And now Thole works the count full, 3-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded, bottom of the third.
And Supley really fighting here. You got to get this out.
The windup, the pitch. Thole lays off of it, doesn't get a home run, but still gets an RBI. The line keeps moving for the Wolverines.
One hit through 2/3 innings against DePaul. The sophomore from White House, Ohio, has her work cut out for her.
And now Langford steps up to bat. It feels like a long time ago, but it was this same inning that Langford got her first career home run.
A 2-run blast to right center.
As it looks like Curry is struggling with her control a little bit.
And that was dangerous to being a wild pitch pass ball there and pushing another run across.
So Curry, tallest player on this Northwestern roster, stands at 6 feet tall. And that one a little too tall there. 3-0 the count now to Langford.
And Michigan, even with 2 outs, has continued to move the line and work runners across home plate.
Langford lays off that one. Another walk, another RBI. the line is moving again as Mattia comes in to score for the Wolverines. Hinch ran for earlier this inning by Ramey, but now Voss staying in for her second at-bat of the inning. She takes this one high, and that's 7 straight balls to start her outing for Lauren Curry. A hit by pitch, 4-pitch walk, and now 2-0 to Voss.
And this is just so shocking to see from a Northwestern team that's been really tremendous all season long. I mean, we've talked about how great they've been in Big Ten play, 14-9, 29-9 overall on the season. They've beaten some good out-of-conference teams as well. This is a Northwestern team that is ranked nationally for a reason, number 21 in the country.
Voss fouls this one off. Finally, Curry in the zone. And what's even more shocking is how different of a game this is than yesterday's game. So Curry sets, 2-2 delivery. And Voss takes that one down the middle. Curry gets the strikeout. But what an inning for the Wolverines. 12 runs in the inning.
Took a trip to the plate twice there in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Michigan. 12 runs in 1 inning. It says 2 on the scoreboard because it doesn't go into double digits. Lauren Durkowski had to come out and warm up again because she had gone so long without throwing a pitch. Durkowski essentially went 2 or 3 whole innings without pitching there.
Yeah, you have to think, how is she feeling after not pitching for about an hour or so? As she finally gets a strike, started 2-0, as we are seeing Rudd up to bat for Northwestern.
Jordan Rudd, the hero last night for Northwestern.
She golfs this one down the line, foul. Now 2-2 the count.
And it's all smiles for the Michigan Wolverines out there in the infield. Great shot of Lauren Durkowski and Elena Livingston.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Inside for a ball. Full count to Durkowski. She was looking for her, I believe, yep, her 5th strikeout of the day. She has 4. Those came 2 in the 1st and 2 in the 2nd.
And Theo, how do you think Carol Hutchins is feeling right now?
Well, you got to think they're doing it for her, right? And that one foul down the right field line. We'll do it again. But yeah, what a treat for Carol Hutchins. The offense coming alive. Three-two count. Durkowski. Grounder up to McVeigh. Easy play. Almost takes it all the way to first herself, but tosses it to Livingston for the first out of the 4th.
Michigan baseball and Michigan State doing battle over there at Ray Fisher. Michigan up 4-2 in that contest. Some more Big Ten action.
Yeah, beautiful view. You can just see the other stadium from whichever you're at. You know, you can sit on the right field bleachers if you're at softball stadium and have a nice view of each as Hannah Cady steps in to the batter's box.
These home fans, they may have a 13-run lead, but they're not satisfied.
No, they are not unhappy with that ball call. But now 2-0 the count. Durkowski gets the sign. 3-0 count to Hannah Cady. Gets the strike there, 3-1. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Gets a strike outside corner there. Back to a full count, 3-2.
Hannah Cady's younger sister just signed with Illinois to play softball in Champaign.
This to second base, dealt by Langford. 2 up, 2 down, top of the 4th. Durkowski continues to dominate in the circle.
And it's tough to find some bright spots for Northwestern today. Got it going a little bit in the first. Weren't able to push any runs across, but stranded a couple.
As Cochran slices this foul down the left field line. Maybe Cochran can get Northwestern going here. Certainly has been one of the hotter players for the Wildcats and in the Big Ten and maybe in the country, coming in with an above 500 average in conference play into the weekend to lead the Big Ten in average.
But I think this is just a credit to the performance of the Wolverines today. Lauren Durkowski has been downright fantastic from the circle, and top to bottom, the Michigan batting order has done their job. Obviously, Kiki Thole is going to receive a lot of the shine for her 2 home runs, but it's really a top to bottom effort from this Michigan order. You don't put up 13 runs, 12 in 1 inning by accident.
Yeah, and everyone except Sealer recording a hit for the Wolverines. 4 recording multiple hits. But now a 3-1 count. Durkowski and Cochran. Durkowski sets, delivers. Outside, ball 4. Northwestern gets a runner on.
And that's excellent play discipline there from Cochran.
Looks like we will have a mound visit here.
It's got to be a good feeling knowing, barring any drastic changes, that Jessica LeBeau will get some extra rest today.
As this is laid down, Durkowski flips it over to first, retires the side. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The question is Michigan gonna continue this offensive onslaught, or have they seen enough? Sorry about that confusion. Zach Linder, our sideline reporter, talking about that Michigan offense. But anyways, bottom of the 4th, Audrey Leclerc, a perfect day so far. A single, a double, halfway to the cycle. Has the easier half, to be fair.
She's got the speed to leg out a triple and the power to put one over that big blue fence out there. Give a lucky fan a little souvenir potentially in right.
Two and one the count now. Michigan's offense really exploding. Hasn't been a strong a strength of this team thus far this season, really winning a lot of their games in close fashion on the backs of Durkowski and LeBeau's pitching abilities, but
yeah, Michigan's been a pretty balanced team this whole year, and Northwestern as well. You don't get to have as many wins as they did this year without being balanced on both sides, Northwestern particularly with their deep lineup and tremendous pitching. But for Michigan, this is an offensive explosion we haven't seen in some time.
For now, the 3-2 pitch fought off there by LeClaire. So LeClaire was the leadoff batter in that third inning that started it all off for the Wolverines. And she's leading off again, but after having another at-bat in between those, so was one at-bat away from getting her third at-bat of the third inning, and starts this one off similarly, getting on base, works the walk for the Wolverines.
Works it against an inexperienced pitcher.
And now that brings up Ella McVeigh in the 9-hole. Keep an eye on LeClaire at first. She's 8 of 9 stealing this season. But again, 13-run lead. We'll see if Bonnie Thole just chooses to play it safe and casual and lets McVeigh hit.
Yeah, let Indiana Langford hit the last inning, somebody that is typically, like we said, more of a slap hitter, tendency to bunt. And showed off her power. The freshman got those hips around and sent a long ball into the stands in right center.
McVeigh. 0-2. And Curry delivers just a little high. McVeigh lays off of that one. 1-2 the count now.
And Michigan going to get right back to the dangerous top of that order. Sealer, only one without a hit today for Michigan.
This ball gets away, and LeClaire takes second. And now the count 2-2. Runner now in scoring position for the shortstop sophomore Ella McVeigh, getting her 34th start of the year. McVeigh has yet to record an extra base hit for the Wolverines. All of her hits coming in the single variety, as she takes this one outside. 3-2 now. As we take a look at this pitch that got away from the catcher. Saborski is in to catch, replacing Rudd behind the dish. And Donahue also in at shortstop for Nelson. The 2 changes for the Wildcats, as this one is chopped down the left field line, and unable to make a play is the third baseman Katie, the pitcher Curry, or Saborski, the catcher. Just well placed. That's all you can say about that one.
More of the same from Michigan.
So now McVeigh with 3 hits out of the 9-hole. That's just as good as you can ask for and more if you're Coach Bonnie Thole. Getting your 9-hitter on, always providing the top of your order with runners to work with on base, as Ellie Sealer, the one Wolverine who started still looking for her first hit of the game, but did have a sac bunt, so has been productive behind the plate as she drives this one to left for third base, and unable to handle it was Hannah Katie. Looked like that might have taken a weird hop, and Katie couldn't handle the firm ground ball, and now bases loaded for the Wolverines. 0 outs. The 2 that we haven't seen are the 2 that we saw yesterday. But yeah, that play charged an error to the third baseman, Katie. That's the first error of the ball game, so it's been a relatively cleanly played game as Lexi Blair steps in. Had 2 RBI singles in the same inning, just last inning, looking to add to her RBI total today. 1-1. Bases loaded. LeClaire at third, McVeigh at second, Sealer at first.
And no outs.
Blair drives this one into left, coming on hard and catches it. Tagging at third is LeClaire, and she makes it home safely. Heads up play there from LeClaire as Zedak was unable to get her out at home, charging that fly ball. Nice play, but even better play from LeClaire. So now 3 RBIs on the day for Lexi Blair. Up to 22 on the year. As now Ellie Mataya, the next batter. First and second, 1 out. Good speed on the bases. That pitch almost got away from the catcher Saborski. Lauren Saborski, the sophomore catcher from South Lyon, Michigan, one of those Michiganders on the Northwestern squad, getting her first plays of the series. She picks that one, but a 3-0 count now to Ellie Mataya.
Speaking of Wildcats from the Mitten State, Grace Nito attended Mercy High School in Farmington Hills, a softball powerhouse in the state of Michigan at the high school level.
As Mataya takes this walk, loads up the bases for guess who?
As this crowd is erupting with chants of Kiki, they want to see it.
We're not even close to that here,
I don't know.
But it is an interesting stat nonetheless. What are we at? 3 home runs on the day for Michigan.
2 of them by way of Kiki Thole.
But that is a pretty crazy stat. It speaks to the dominance of Oklahoma and that Sooner squad. 13 home runs in a game. That is pretty unheard of. Kiki Thole now takes this one. 2-0 the count. Nowhere to put her yet again. Curry. The lose-lose situation you have to think here. You don't want to give Thole something to hit, but you also don't want to walk her and send in a run. Thole takes this one, now 3-0. So possibly getting her second bases loaded walk in as many innings.
And it might just be smarter to walk her at this point. Although Livingston on deck is not a significantly better option for Northwestern.
That pitch called a strike, caught the inside part of the plate, ruled home plate umpire Charles Blackwell. This is the most runs that Michigan has scored in a game this season. The previous high was 10 against both Nebraska and Colgate, as Thole thought she had a pitch to work with there, but a little late on it. Now a 3-2 count for Michigan's slugger.
And Northwestern not entirely unfamiliar with these kind of games, putting a team putting up 10-plus runs in an inning. They did the same thing to Penn State.
As Thole drives this up the middle, it's not a home run, but it'll send in 1 as Sealer is held up at third. Another run for the Wolverines, up to 15 on the day, and another RBI for Kiki Thole as McVeigh comes in to score. Yeah, so just 2 more outs to get in this inning, and then the run rule will be live if Northwestern can't bring it within 8 runs in the 5th.
And another substitution for Michigan here, Jessica Garman at the dish, Detroit Country Day graduate. And a senior here for Michigan.
One of the backup catchers for the Wolverines, as she takes a big hack at this one, but now a 0-2 count as Henry has re-entered the game and has a mission.
not often you see, very, very rarely, that you see a pitcher in baseball or softball re-enter a game after starting and coming out earlier, but I think this is one of those rare situations where this might be the best move for the Wildcats.
I mean, Lauren Curry was really struggling, got 1 out in this inning, having faced 5 batters. So just trying to see what works. As a big swing and a miss, the strikeout there. Garmin is retired, and now 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. And another pinch hitter coming up for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and some more speed. This Michigan lineup, and even on the bench, filled with speed. Avery Fantucci, the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia, can flat out fly like many of these other freshmen.
Yeah, Fantucci now appearing in her 13th game of the year. Previously started 7 games. It's 3 for 16 at the plate, 2 RBIs. Getting her chance to add to this Michigan lead. And she takes that one for a strike. Henry working diligently after coming back in. But earlier we mentioned that dominance of Oklahoma. A foul off there. I mean, can you really overstate how dominant they have been this season?
It kind of is Oklahoma and everybody else. I mean, you have some squads that are really, really solid up there. Oklahoma State just lost a couple of games recently, but they're another team that's really, really good. Michigan met them down in Clearwater earlier this year. UCLA, another team that you always have to bring up when you're talking about the best in the nation in college softball, but this is an Oklahoma team that, like in recent years, is special.
Yeah, I mean, 40-1 on the year, 21 of those coming by the run rule. Very dominant season. As this one is dribbled back to the pitcher, Henry deals it to first, and the side is retired. Henry does her job coming back in and retiring 2 batters. Michigan adds 2, just 2, to the lead.
Dirk, only 2 walks today through 4 innings of work compared to 4 strikeouts. And she's really just made it tough on these Northwestern hitters. Had those 2 no-hitters last weekend against Purdue. Had no no-hitters in her collegiate career before that, and then racked up 2 in 1 weekend against the Boilermakers.
So she'll face Kansas Robinson for the 2nd time today. Kansas Robinson hit a home run off of her yesterday as she sends this out to right field, and that'll find the gap. Lexi Blair over to field it, but Robinson a stand-up double to start the inning for the Wildcats, and it's worth saying, there goes a no-hitter.
I was going to say, I specifically did not say that she had a no-hitter going so far today, but still, despite the first hit given up of the afternoon, an excellent performance so far from Lauren Durkowski today.
Yeah, beautiful piece of hitting from Kansas Robinson. Has dealt with Durkowski well. As you saw, she was almost stumbling there, rounding first, but plenty of time to get into second, and a leadoff double for the Wildcats, trying to get on the board today.
And worth noting that with Michigan up 15-0 right now, if Northwestern does not cut the lead to 7, so they would need to score 8 runs this inning, the game will end in a run rule with Michigan taking home the win.
This pitch outside evens the count up at 1-1. As Kelsey Nader up to bat for the Northwestern Wildcats. Went 2 for 5 yesterday, has yet to record a hit today in just 1 at bat. And now 1-2 the count. Durkowski gets her sign. The windup. And gets her swinging. Durkowski with her 5th strikeout of the day. Nader goes down swinging. 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
That's one less chance for the Wildcats. Michigan 2 outs away from ending this one early. The last game went late. Took us 11 innings. This one with a chance to get done early.
Durkowski, beautiful rise ball there. Getting the strikeout from the left-handed hitter in Nader. Looks like we will have a pinch hitter here, as that will be Ayanna Lindsay coming into bat for the Wildcats. She appeared in the game yesterday as a pinch runner, I believe. So getting her chance to face Durkowski. Now has a 1-0 count. Second pitch in there for a strike from Durkowski.
Dirk's just working right now, Theo. I mean, this is prime Lauren Durkowski.
Yeah.
I know it's not a high pressure situation right now, but even at the start of this game, going up against a ranked team, the top team in the conference, especially after giving up 2 home runs yesterday against the same team, she came in, looked calm, cool, collected, and has delivered for the Wolverines.
Yeah, this is the Lauren Durkowski that Coach Bonnie Thole and the rest of the coaching staff know can show up on any given day. All of her pitches are working today. Off speed, fastball. As we see a fastball well placed on the outside corner. Lindsay just getting a piece of that. Stays alive, 2-2, 1 out. Kansas Robinson, the runner on second, led off the inning with a double. Durkowski sets, delivers, and again Lindsay fighting it off. Going up and over the press box building here at Alumni Field at Carol Hutchins Stadium.
It's going to be nice to say that no one more deserving than Carol Hutchins to have the stadium named after her.
Not at all. So Durkowski now resets, 2-2 count still. And gets Lindsay swinging. The off-speed pitch fools the Wildcat batter. And Durkowski now with back-to-back strikeouts, up to 6 on the day.
Dominance on both sides for Michigan. Durkowski from the circle, 1 through 9 at the dish. Just flat out dominance.
Back at the top of the order, Skylar Schellmeyer is hitless today. 0 for 2, ground out in the 3rd. Takes a called strike there, evens up the count at 1-1. Again, fans on their feet knowing that this could be the final out of the game. The umpires rule the game over by the run rule. Durkowski sets, delivers. Just misses on the outside part of the plate. You could see Durkowski's battery mate, Kiki Thole, really wanted that pitch. Held it there, but Blackwell, the umpire, doesn't bite. Now 2-1 the count to Schellmeyer.
And Theo, let's talk about Lauren Durkowski, her last 8 or 9 appearances. I mean, she has been downright fantastic. Yesterday, gave up the 2 home runs, not the greatest showing, but held Michigan State scoreless through 5 in a run rule. 2 no-hitters against Purdue. Gave up 2 runs in a win at Michigan State, in which she, after giving up those 2 runs, finished out the game and was dominant, complete game. Closed out a game in the Illinois series and recorded a win in the 8-inning extras game on Sunday against Illinois. So this is someone that's been really, really sharp for Michigan, especially in the month of April.
3-2 count here, 2 outs. Durkowski to Shellmeyer. Shellmeyer golfs it into right field, and it's caught. Eli Mataya brings it in, and that'll be it. It looks like Wolverines. A comprehensive victory for Coach Bonnie Thole on the day, honoring Carol Hutchins, the renaming of the stadium. The fans came out, and they were given a show by these Wolverines.